Welcome to the Elevate Higher Wellness Podcast. I am your host, RoyRee Toomer, and I'm here to remind you that your health and wellness matters, and personal growth is a good thing. It's liberating, it's healthy, and you can still transform to live your best life. It's never too late to become the best version of yourself. Each week, we will be discussing strategies, tools, and tips so that you can create epic change in your life and become the healthiest and best version of yourself. Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 1 of the Elevate Higher Wellness Podcast. I am your host, RoyRee Toomer, and I'm here to help you elevate your life to the next level. So this is my first episode of my podcast, and I am just so excited to be here. I'm so excited to help you guys elevate your own life and provide those tools and those strategies to you. But what I want to do first is just introduce myself to you. I am a transformational wellness coach, and what I do is that I teach moms how to live a healthier lifestyle by providing them with the tools that they need to elevate their mind and body to become the best version of themselves. So when I started my business, Elevate Higher Wellness Coaching, I wanted to be able to help moms who were similar to me, who were wanting to take their life to the next level, who just didn't want to feel that being the mom was all of end all, but they can actually elevate their life. They could change their life by working out. They can change their lives by eating healthier. They can change their lives by learning, by growing, by reading, and just by utilizing their time with balance on becoming the best version of themselves. So where Elevate came from, I've always been a person that's wanted to do more and challenge myself, and also to rise and not just be stagnant. Being stagnant just don't work for me. I'm a person that has to keep moving and keep growing. So I wanted to share with you guys the definition of what elevate means. And I got this definition from dictionary.com. And elevate means to move or to rise to a higher place or position, or to lift up. And another definition is to rise to a higher intellectual or spiritual level, and also to rise the spirits or be put in high spirits. So, with this life, we only get one life. You don't get many, you only get one. So why not elevate to the highest possible state that you can be in? You don't have to settle. You don't have to stay stagnant, but you can keep growing, and you can keep growing at your own pace. So that's where Elevate Higher Wellness came from. And I just wanted to share with you guys, just a little bit background with me on this intro to the podcast, so you know who I am and where I came from. I'm originally from San Diego, California. I've been married to my best friend and my husband now for almost 13 years. We share 5 amazing kids together. So we have some adult children who are, our 2 oldest are 21. We also have a 19-year-old, and we have 2 younger children in the home who are 12 and 7. So our older children are from prior relationships, but we've been together for a long time now, and I love all of them. We all love each other. So that's how it works out for our family. We are a blended family, like I told you guys, but we've had our ups and downs as a family, but I'm just so grateful for any challenges or any experiences that I've had being a mom and a mom of a blended family. I was a single mom before and being a married mom. So I have multiple experiences that I've been through that have helped contribute to the person I am today. But I started out my career working in corporate America and utility industry in Southern California. And while I was there, I enjoyed my time being there. I was able to graduate college while working there, so I did accomplish that. And I also have a professional certificate from University of San Diego in paralegal studies. And I have those things, but I wasn't happy. And when I was there, I wasn't happy. I always wanted more, but it wasn't more in the corporate setting. It was more working for myself. I would remember sitting at my desk at times and like, I just felt chained to the desk and always looking out the window like, I wish I could do something else. But when we wish something, we have to put our mind to it and we have to take action on it. And I just didn't know how it was going to happen. And sometimes when you pray for things, you don't know how they're going to happen. You just know that God's going to deliver. And it's going to come some way or another, and you just have to be ready for it. So in 2012, no, actually it was 2010, I was fired from the company. And when I tell you guys, I was upset, but I was also relieved. And I went through a multitude of feelings during that experience. And I can share with you in all honesty and integrity that those experiences helped me become the person who I am. So being fired helped me take personal responsibility for my life and accountability to where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do with my future. But during that time, I had to go through a multitude of challenges. So when this happened, my husband's job was being relocated. So it seemed like everything was going, in the right direction. It was like a new beginning. We moved from San Diego County to Riverside County, for those of you who are familiar with Southern California. And we didn't have any family and not really a whole lot of friends that lived in the area. We had a few, but not as many as we have now. And it was a low point for me. And the reason why it was a low point for me was because my husband was working out of town. So even though we relocated, he was still working 2 hours away during the week. And I was at home with my kids full time. So I went from working full time to becoming a full-time mom. And that was a huge adjustment because I was used to getting up, getting ready for work and doing those things, but things had changed. So during that time, I became depressed. I became overweight. I was battling postpartum depression because I just had our youngest daughter, and it was just a low point for me. But during those low points, I've always been one who's been a researcher. I love to read and I love to figure out things. That's just a part of my genetic makeup. And I'm just, passionate about helping other people. So one day I was browsing the internet and I saw a mom on there and she just looked so healthy. She looked happy. She was feeding her kids good things. And I was like, you know what? I can do this too. I don't have to be in the position that I am in. I just have to figure out how I can work it out. And that's actually what I did. So I didn't want to take medication for the depression. I wanted to do it naturally. So I started walking and I began walking my children to and from school. I started there because I figured my thing is I like to put challenges in front of myself. So I said, if I can walk back and forth taking the kids to school every day, and if I can do some type of workout at home during the day, then I will earn a gym pass. And that's what I did. I started walking my kids back and forth to school and taking my youngest daughter to the park during the daytime while the other kids were at school. And that became my form of working out and exercising. And along with that, I started researching healthier recipes, because if I'm going to be healthy, I want my kids to be healthy. It didn't make sense for me to do all this work and still bring junk food into the house and give it to my children. So I'm not the one who's going to prepare 5 meals for everyone in the house and do it differently. We're all going to eat the same thing. So I started finding recipes that were kid friendly and introducing things into our household that everyone will like. And that's where I started seeing change. So over the next few years, I lost over 70 pounds. And I was just so happy, you guys, because it really changed my life. And one thing I want you guys to know is that when you change your mind, you change your life. When you change, we can't change the experiences, but you can change how you feel about the experiences. So I did a lot of personal development and a lot of growth during that time. And that is what led me to where I am today with becoming a coach and helping other moms do the same thing, because I believe that once you change the mom, you could change the entire household. And I just want to give you guys background on me because I know things are different now with the internet and how we see people, and we look at people like, oh, their life is so great and so happy. But you know what? Everyone has a journey and everyone has different experiences and challenges that got them to where they are today. And I just wanted to share that personal side with you guys so you can get familiar with who I am, and also just know that I'm just like you, and I'm here to help you take your life to the next level and elevate your life to the next level. So that way you can pass it down to your children and other generations to come, because that's how we break generational curses. That's the only way it's going to be done. And somebody has to stand up and do the right thing. So over the next 4 episodes, I've created a series, and it's called Elevate Your Life series. And in this series, I'm going to share with you guys strategies, tools that you can use in your own life, and it's going to help you elevate your life just one step at a time. So this journey, even though we're here on the podcast, you're going to grow by listening to this podcast. Your life is going to change by listening to this podcast. I want you guys to bring your notebooks, bring your pens. If you're driving in the car, you can, wait till you get home and take this time so you can learn. But I don't want you guys to miss out on the life-changing strategies and tools that I'm going to share with you so you can elevate your own life. And I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this week on the Elevate Higher Wellness podcast. Please be sure that you check out my website at elevatehigherwellness.com. That's where you can subscribe to the show and also find more information on how you can elevate higher in your life. You can also follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook. As always, please subscribe to the show so that you can catch a new episode every week, and also leave me a review so I can continue to bring you amazing content. I'll see you next week.